Yeah, I mean, epic tournament time. You could feel it. I thought that first half, there's a number of things. I thought Eastern played really well. I thought we kind of got out of sorts with just decision making, shot selection. Um, but we hung in there. We hung in there. I thought defensively we hung in there in that first half, and then in the second half, I thought we just relaxed a little bit. We got way better shots. We did a much better job getting to the free throw line, which was really critical for us in that second half. And we guarded incredibly well in that second half. So I love our kids' toughness. I love their fight. And we did a good job of just chipping away and putting together consecutive possessions in that second half.
All right. First, we're going to go to Mark Kuntz. Mark, you can unmute your mic.
Hi, Coach. Can you give us an update on Lexi Fleming? Was that a shoulder injury that she had coming into the game? What's her going forward? Do we have any idea?
I'm not totally sure, but I know our doctors and trainer are going to do a great job. But it was something that happened in the game.
All right. Next, we're going to go to Jordan Strack. Jordan, you can unmute your mic.
Robin, where were the nerves at going into the half, and was that a product of maybe some young kids getting to play in this environment for the first time? And how proud were you of them to be able to figure that thing out coming out of the halftime break?
I don't have a nerves barometer, but I think with the way we were playing, you could definitely see some of that. But this team has been really resilient all year. They have shown a lot of fight all year. So that's something that I always trust in the game, even if we're not playing at our best or playing optimally. Our toughness and our fight and our resilience are things that I have seen day in and day out. So kind of regrouped at halftime, and I think we saw a much better version of Bowling Green women's basketball in the second half.
All right, we're going to go to Chase Bachman. Chase, you may unmute your mic.
Robin, what do you make of Kenzie Lewis's performance? I mean, I don't know how many points she finished with, but the amount of rebounds that she had, I think she finished in double figures in the steals. I mean, how important is that when you have someone like that can grab rebounds and play defensively the way she does?
It was a game changer. I mean, she was a total game changer for us tonight. She had 14 points, 11 rebounds. She was guarding a lot of tough matchups. She got to the free throw line a ton in that third quarter, fourth quarter, which just really helped us chip away. It was off rebounds. It was off being aggressive. And I'm really proud of her because we actually talked after the Buffalo game about her being more aggressive, more assertive. And, credit to Kenzie for showing up today and doing that really well. I mean, without her, I don't know if we win that game tonight. But she was a huge catalyst in that second half.
All right, next we're going to go to Mark Monroe. Mark, you may unmute your mic.
Yeah, hey, Robin, can you talk about your team's defensive effort, particularly in the second half? You limited them to 16 points. That's something you've hung your hat on. You had to be proud of the defensive effort.
So proud of that. That's something you can control all the time, is your ability to guard, to move together, to stay together, to keep them to one shot. I thought we did a good job of keeping defending without fouling. Our defense in the second half was outstanding. And I give our kids a lot of credit because we ask them to play really hard with the way we want to guard. And they continued to do that.
All right, next we'll go to Elton Alexander. Elton, you may unmute your mic.
Thank you. My question was asked, so carry on.
Oh.
Okay, thank you. All right, we will go to Jordan Strack again. Jordan, go ahead with your question.
Robin, if you guys have to do this without Lexi, how confident are you that you guys can still get this thing figured out? How happy were you that you guys were able to respond when she did go down with the injury?
Jordan, the thing that I've loved about our team all year is that we have been a team. We've had so many different people step up different nights. We haven't just relied on one player night in and night out to carry the load. So we'll see how what happens moving forward. But the strength of our team all year has been the team, and we will continue to rely on that.
All right, next we'll go to Mark Kuntz. Mark, go ahead and unmute your mic.
Robin, you mentioned defense is one thing that you can control. Another thing you can control is making free throws. That pivotal third quarter, 14 of 16 from the free throw line. How gratifying is it as a coach to have your team make free throws? That's obviously something that you practice every single day that players practice for years, but to come through when you need it the most, they did it.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the game of basketball, typically, great teams do simple things well. They make free throws, they make layups, they make open shots. So that's really important, to be able to be on the right side of the scoreboard. Being a good free throw shooting is a big part of that. And we have done that all year. We've been a good free throw shooting team. And so I was really proud of our kids in that second half for stepping up, and we really closed the gap at the free throw line, and then we were actually able to get a lead there. So that was good for us.
All right, next we'll go to Clint Corp. Clint, go ahead and unmute your mic.
Hey, Coach, congratulations. The way that the team started from the field today, it was kind of similar to what we saw at Buffalo there. I think you were 8 out of 34 in the first half. Now, do you attribute that to what you already mentioned, to nerves, or is that what we hear so much about, the sight lines at a big arena like a field house there? What do you think caused that for you?
If I had the magic wand for that answer, that'd be great, because then I'd know it, but, it's the MAC tournament. We all have seen each other a lot. So that's part of it this time of the year. There's not many secrets when we're going up against another conference opponent. So, I don't know if I have the magic answer for that, but I do know that our toughness and resilience has stayed really consistent.
All right, Clint, we'll go back to you for one more question.
Thanks. Just one more quick one, Coach. You already answered the question about Lexi and her health, but it seems like the second half of the season in particular, teams have played her more physical on the defensive end. Have you noticed that, where teams are trying to body her up and maybe get her off, out of rhythm a little bit?
Well, I mean, sure. She requires a lot of attention. I mean, a lot of teams are putting their best defender on her, and credit to Lexi. I mean, she's a freshman in the MAC, requiring other teams putting a lot of attention on her because she has been such a dynamic player on both ends of the court. But she is an elite competitor, so I always trust her fight throughout a game, regardless of how people are guarding her.